Rosnima, anyone else joining our sessions? Okay, because audition is 9:38. I think we have to start now. Okay, so let's start now. In case they will be coming, they will be joining automatically. I have removed them. Okay, so a very warm welcome to all of you in this demo sequence of Nikhil Analytics. I am your host. My name is Alok Ranjan. I'm a chief data scientist at Nikhil Analytics. I will be helping you in understanding data science and data analytics careers scope, your learnings, as well as your jobs in the your data analytics and data science. How are you going to get in the job in these industries? Okay, so let's start here. The first thing that we're going to comes in our mind here is what is data analytics mean? What kind of a roles, responsibility that we have to perform? What are the skill set that we have to acquire? What are the tools that we have to learn? Okay, so before starting these things, I want to know about your understanding, how much you have done your research at your ends in the data analytics at your end. In case you have done certain kind of a research and all, you can r- unmute yourself and answer me, or even in the chat, you can answer as well. What you mean or what you understand from the word data analytics. If possible, you can write in the comment as well. Okay, so let's understand these terminologies. What is data analytics? Data analytics is a process of analyzing raw data to find trend in the your data and answers business challenges and business questions. Now here I use some technical terminologies as well, which is quite difficult for a new person to understand, like analyzing raw data, trend, and business challenges and all. Now let's understand this one by one. When we say here analyzing, that means it will be using some statistical methods and techniques to analyze the data and all, such as a descriptive statistics will be used, your correlations will be used, out, outliers detections can be used, and many such things can be used in analyzing the data. But what kind of a data? When we say here data, what the data means. So here we're going to be discussing regarding the raw data. The companies, whenever they interact with the customers or do any kind of a transactions, everything's are recorded here and is called as your data. Your customer informations, product informations, competitions informations, and your transactional informations, everything's are going to be called as your data. And when we capturing this one, we'll be storing into a database. This database data will be used for analyzing the data. Now, what kind of analysis we going to do? The first and most easiest analysis that we can do here is finding the trend in the data. Trend in the sense which a specific product are having more demand, which a specific product or services are having the more inquiry. What are the customers' responses? Are they happy? Are they not happy? Satisfied or not satisfied? So trend will help you to understand the demands as well as the sales of your product and services. At the same times, your data can also help you to answer business challenges as well, such as what offers need to be given on a specific product and services, how much inventory we have and how many days we require to refuel it. At the same times, we can see your product performance with your competitors and you can see what changes, what improvement can be needed in your product and services. All such cases, we're going to be taking the help of analytics to answer the questions. And to do this one, this cannot be done it in a manual way. We require tools, technologies to perform the task as well. Another very big word that which we encounter is your data science. Is this data science is same as data analytics or it is different? If it's different, what kind of a task they're going to perform? So as per the definition, if you see here, data science is a process of analyzing data, extractions and preparing data for further analysis, exploring and visualizing data, and the most important roles of a data scientist or a data science is building model and performing predictions which help company to ready for the future challenges. Analyzing data is done by the data analyst as well and the data scientist also. Preparing data for the further analysis is done by both the teams. Exploring and visualizations of data which help you to see the hidden insight from the data can be done by the analyst and the data scientist as well. But the one role that is building models, model does not mean that a physical models, it is a mathematical model and equations, a formulas which will help you to figure out an output for a given inputs. Like how much marketing expenses needed to increase the sales by the 10%, 20%, 30%, 40% and all. How many hours of training is needed or how much money we have to spend on the training of my employees so that will increase the productivities of my employees and all. So all such cases can be solved with the help of building the models also. And the predictions will help you to count customer footfalls, the sales for the next month, next quarter, or even the next year as well. All such cases will be data scientists will be using a traditional algorithm such as linear regressions, logistic regressions, or using the modern methods such as machine learning algorithms to build the models and all. So a data scientist will helping the organizations for future ready, whereas the current challenge will be solved by the analyst. So theoretically we understood, but what about the your business use cases? In case in the business challenge, what kind of problems can be solved by the data analyst or what kind of a responsibility data analyst can be doing that as well. So a very popular use cases for data analysts in the industries such as BFSIs, retail, telecommunications, and e-commerce. I'm taking a small example for your understanding. That is cross-selling and upselling. Cross-selling and upselling, these are the two technical words which mostly the MBA graduates know that, but those who coming with the your technical backgrounds, then it will be difficult for them to understand this. So I give a small example to understand what we mean by cross-sell and the upsell. Cross-sell means whenever we bundle the products. When we bundle the products and giving more than one product to the customers or suggesting to buy more than one product to the customers is nothing but an example of a cross sell. Like suppose customers going to be buying a smartphone and you are giving the smartphone's insurance, a back covers as well as a protective glass protections also. That is nothing but we are bundling the two or three product with the customers, with the products. This bundling of products will increase the revenue of the organizations by 30% because the customer count is same. Only thing that you are selling the more product to the same count of the customers. It does not need the more customers. So organizations which use cross-selling techniques in a more effective way, they can easily increase their revenues by 30%. Especially in the case of retail, we have seen the examples. Even the same thing happen in the case of e-commerce companies as well, when you're going to buying something on the online as well. What you mean by upselling? Upselling means you are giving a higher in products when the customers like to buy the lower in products. Example, like customer want to buy a health insurance for individuals and you're offering a family health insurance. So what happens? You're just upgrading the products to the next level, and that will going to cost little more to the customers, and that little more going to increase your revenues by 30%. So again, your organizations who are using the upselling in a more effective way, they can easily increase their revenues by 30%. Now think about the who will be helping the organizations to use upselling and the cross-selling. It is an analyst who will be helping the companies to how to implement cross sales, how to implement the upsell, which customers we have to target for the upsell, which customer is going to like the cross sales and all such analysis are done by the data analytics teams, and that will be helping your business to grow by 30%, 60%, 30 from the cross selling and 30 from the upselling. So this is how your analytics teams will be helping you, just simply increasing your revenues by 60%. Another examples which I'm taking here is from the logistics, from the power sectors. Like many of the times when we're going to the traveling in the tier 2 city or tier 3 cities, you can find certain petrol pumps are having out of fuel. Why they are out of fuel? Reasons they have not done a proper calculations of how many fuels or how many fuels will be consumed in a specific day, how many customer going to visit, and how many days it will take to refueling tank to reach to their locations. All these are done only on the basis of estimations, and the estimations fail. That means a stock out option will happen. A stock out, that means a loss of business, loss of trust of your customers as well. Customer cannot trust that this petrol pump will be having the petrols on any specific day, and that is lead to the loss of business to the company. This rarely happens in the tier 1 cities, especially in the case of Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Madras, other cities as well. Reasons they are doing these effective calculations and timely calculations real times as well, and data analysts will be performing all such calculations now, which will save you to going stock out and will be gaining the customer satisfaction, customer trust, and having the no loss of business as well. All these are the done by the analytics teams now. Another examples is example of a customer segmentations. As your organizations grow, will have the multiple customers, multiple market that you're going to do the business on. And whenever you expand your business, your customer segment will increase, market will increase. That means their requirement also going to change. It's not be the same requirement each and every customer will have. So in that cases, what we have to do, we have to perform customer segmentations. We have to group your customers based on their behavior, based on their professions, and based on their requirements. When you're grouping it here, you can easily identify this customer coming from this segment. That means this kind of service they're looking for, and offer the service as per the your segmentations which you have prepared as well. Who will prepare the list of services? Who will prepare the your customer segmentations? Again, and data analyst team will be preparing for you. This will increase customer satisfactions and make your customers happy. Happy customers, of course, going to be increasing your revenues also. Reasons a customer's acquisitions is a very expensive task for the companies. If a company paying 100 rupees for acquiring one customers, but if they retain one customer, they're going to be paying only 10 rupees. That means 90% of cost they can save it only by the customer retentions, and that will happen if the customer is happy, satisfied with the service and the product which you're offering. So again, a churn preventions, which is a customer retentions methods and all, will be again implemented by the data analytics teams and all. So all these tasks are performed by the data analyst. Maybe you also has encountered this task, this kind of experience as well whenever you're visiting to a good stores or when you're availing a certain product and service from the a good organizations and all. The questions come here, what kind of a task responsibility performed by the data scientist? Because almost everything you have covered in the data analytics. So no, not everything we have covered under the data analytics. There are so many other things also which we can see it here as well. Can you hear me? I am audible to you. Rajesh says, can you confirm me? Yes, no? In the chat. I'm audible to you. Okay, I think you can hear me now. Now, moving towards the your responsibility or the task performed by the a data scientist. A data scientist is going to be performing a task such as your preparing a recommendation systems. What do you mean by recommendation systems? Whenever you buy a product from the Amazons, whenever you watch a movie on the Netflix or Amazons, or whenever you listen a song on the Spotify or Ghana, you always find that your systems is providing a recommendations to you. The product recommendations given to the individual's customers will be differ, as well as the movies that is offered is differ, and the songs that will be offered is differ as well. This all are done based on the your personal choices, based on your likes and dislikes, based on the your profiles as well. Like on the case of Amazons, they're going to be looking at the browsing history, previous buying histories, and at your profiles, what are the other products your other customers are liking, exploring, and buying. They're going to give in the recommendations to you now. Every individuals will get a different recommendations of the list of products. Again, who will be helping the company to do these recommendations? A data scientist will be helping to tell us. Same thing will happen when you watch a movies or a TV serials or any kind of documentaries on the Netflix and Amazons as well. The recommendations changes with respect to the your profile to profile, user to user as well, and this is done by the recommendation systems. So there also we are using a recommendation systems which is developed by the data scientist. Another example here is in the banking transactions or in the insurance claims. Lot of claims that takes multiple hours to get approvals. Like whenever we going to be have a health insurance and we have looking for an insurance to claim, you have to wait 4 to 5 hours in the hospital itself to get approval from the insurance companies. Why this happens? Because company do the research investigations regarding the claim and all. And all this process are the manual process. Sorry. All this process are the manual process which takes lot of times and all, and customer has to keep on waiting for the approval to happen as well. In place of that, if we have the a proper systems ready, a fraud detection methods are developed by the data scientists, they can easily make a claims as a genuine claims or a fake claims, and approval process can be faster as well. Lot of online fraud can be stopped as well and safeguard the your individual's money also by the fraud detections method that can be developed by the data scientist. Some places it's present, some places it's not present because technology adaptations is bit expensive because that's going to cost infrastructure cost, employee cost as well. And adopting the new technologies, new methods is not an easy task for their employees to work on that as well. But yes, it is in the process and it's going to be very soon active at all the places also. So there are the use cases which we have seen, which the data scientists and data analysts going to be performing. In case we have any questions, any doubts, would like to ask anything, please ask the questions, chat, or you can unmute yourself also, you can ask the questions as well. Now, I know Rajesh is outside, he's traveling as well, it will be difficult for him to ask the questions. So in case questions comes, Rajesh, you can just put in the chat. I will like to take your doubts from the chat and give the answers as well. Okay. Moving forward, next step here is how we going to perform this task. So all these tasks are performed at the three stages. Even the data scientists and data is both going to be using the same stage of task to do the task. Only thing that at the certain levels, their methods, their techniques changes as well. Okay, so first stage here is data collections. If your data is not present with you, cannot do any task or not. So it's very important that your data is collected properly and genuine, and it should be right data should be there. So how are we going to store this data? If the data are there, how are we going to store? So mostly the data are getting stored into a database such as SQL, Oracle, Teradata, DB2, Sybase, or the different database will be used by the different organizations. For the smaller companies, they can be like SMEs and all, they're going to be using the Excel or Google Sheet as well. If organization is operating into the multiple regions, multiple locations, they can also take the Google, your cloud-based applications such as your AWS or Azure also for data storage as well. So as an analyst or as a data scientist, you must learn a database tool, maybe the SQL or Oracle, compulsory that we have to learn that. Second stage here is analysis, where we're going to be analyzing the data which we have collected, and analysis is done with the help of a Python and R. Python and R are the programming language. They are object-oriented programming language. They are open source programming language as well. That means it is a free of cost to you. Most of the project in the industries right now are getting performed with the help of a Python. Some other tools are also present here, such as SAS, Excel, Minitab, SPSS, MATLAB, but all these are the paid tools. Free tools, we have only the Python and R, which will help you to analyze the data. Again, to analyze the data, as I told you, Python and R are programming language. That means we have to write programs to analyze the data. Many people get scared about this one, programs. I do not know the programmings. I not had done any kind of a coding aspect. So no need to worry about here because we're not going to be teaching you a programming and all. We're not going to be making you a developer or a coder. As an analyst or a data scientist, you just need to learn 10 to 20 lines of codings which you have to perform here. 10 to 20 lines of codes will help you to analyze the data because already some libraries are developed, some functions are developed, which you have to import and use the functions and all. Okay, which is quite easy to do that as well. Now, the third stage here is reporting. To perform the reportings, we're going to be using your BI tools, business intelligence tool such as Tableau and Power BI. Especially in the case of India, we have more market share of Power BI compared to the Tableaus. But on the world level, if you see, it is more market share is by Tableau. Okay. But as we are in the India and working with the Indian markets, Indian companies and all, so we need to focus more on the Power BI as of now. Okay. Tools will be keep on changing. These tools will help you to analyze the data graphically. You're going to be generating a lot of graph and charts with the help of a Tableau and Power BI. Top management will not going to make a decisions by seeing only the analytical results, which is done with the numerical calculations. They need graphical results as well. They need charts as well. This graph and charts will help us in making accurate decisions, will help us to get the hidden insight from the data somehow. So to make a data-driven decisions or to make an effective decisions, you need both the results, a result which Python giving to you and result which Power BI or Tableau giving to you as well. So all the result is required now. Now the questions come here is, I understand the stages, I understand the roles responsibility as well, but how difficult it is to do? Can I do this one? It depends upon the your level of understandings, your backgrounds as well. But at Nikhil Analytics, we'll make it easy for you to learn because we're teaching everything from the zero, from the scratch level. How we teach the class, how we help you to learn the things now. So just we'll show you a small examples how we'll take the classes and all. This will help you to make your decisions as well. I'm going to be sharing my Excel file, which will be performing a small task of a sorting as well. So let me share my screen once again of an Excel file. Okay, I hope you can able to see my Excel file. I'm going to teach you a sorting, how to perform sorting in the Excel. Most of the tasks as an analyst when you're going to do is drag and drop. Coding is only 30% going to come. 70% is a drag and drop task which you have to do. Okay. Tableau is a drag and drop. Power BI is a drag and drop. Excel is a drag and drop only. In the case of SQL, yes, we have to write the programs. Select from where group by havings. These are the set of the program that we have to write. In the case of your Pythons, also import package, import functions, import data, and call the functions. These are tasks which you have to do that. But in the case of Excel, let's see a small example. I hope those who have used the Excel, they know these basic Excel methods of sorting the data by a single columns. Now, how we take the classes? The data which I will be using to explain the concept to you, same data will be given to you as well. And same task you have to perform also. That means we're not going to teach you only theory and I will be working alone. You have to work with me together. So you need a systems for the classes. It's not a one-way communications, it's a two-way communications. You have to do and submit your results as well. Okay, the data which I'm taken here is a real estate data. This giving the data of a flat listed for the sales. So first column is agent, the person who's selling the flats. Date listed is the date on which the flat is listed for the sales. Area in which area the flat is listed. Listing price is the price of the flat. Bedrooms, bathrooms, square feet, and the type are the specifications of the your flats. How many bathrooms are there? How many bedrooms are there? What's the square feet? And the type of the flat is a single family or the condo, a complex family, so no, or a combined family. And then do we have pool access? Yes or no is coming as true and false. Flat is sold, yes or no is coming as a true and false. So on this data, I have taken a small example here to do it. Sort the data according to ascending order of agent and descending order of area. Two column sortings I want to perform it here. Let's how to do this one. So step one, select any one value of your data. Make sure that you have to select any one values. Selecting multiple values will not going to work. Not selection is also not going to work. So select any values, single value from your data. From the top, you can see a lot of tabs are there. Home, insert, page layout, formulas, and a data. We go to the data and data will open the data ribbon. All this option that you're seeing here below the data is called as a ribbon. The name has been given as a ribbon. So data tab has a ribbon which has an options of a sorting. A to Z is a single column sorting for the one columns ascending order, Z to H descending order for a single column. Multiple columns, we click on the sort icon where we can give multiple column sorting sequence. So what we do, we have an options of add labels which represent the columns. Sort by, first I go with the ascent. As per my questions given here, ascending order of ascent, I go for A to Z. Second is descending order of area, add label, select area and go for Z to A. Sorry, go for Z to. Just the you have to do these steps in a proper way, in a same sequence, you can get the result. Click on the OK and your data is sorted here. If you see here the data, the Adams is selling the flats in the three areas, that is S County, N County and Central, which is coming in the descending order. So one task I have done, same task I will tell you to do on your systems. Share the screenshot with me so that I can check whether you're able to do it correctly or incorrectly. In case of incorrectly or not able to do, I will come to your systems to help you to do this task as well. Many people, they have the degree in the hand, they know the certificate I have done of data science, data analytics, but if you say you have to do this task, they will say, sir, I need internet connections. I would like to search in the Google to do the task. So what is the use of certificate which you have in the hands if you're needing a Google to do the task? Here we does not teach in that way. We're going to make sure that we will be learning by practically doing each and every steps. And when the task is given to you, you does not need a Google. You can do it without Google as well. That is how the class is going to be make you to learn the concepts. Okay. So this is a small example I have shown to you how to perform the sorting. Every classes ends with the some assignment which you have to do. After the assignments, also I will give you the class recordings. Your classes recordings will be given to you, which you can refer for the future understanding purpose, or even for the repeating the sessions as well. So assignment for the practice, recorded sessions for the reference will be given to you as well. In case still we have the doubts, not able to do, in the next class, I'm going to be checking your assignment. It is wrong, we have to correct it. Some doubts, we'll correct the doubts, and then we go for the new topics as well. It is possible to do for each and every student in a batches. Regions, we're going to be have a small batch sizes. 10 to 15 students only will be allowed in a one class so that the faculty should interact and check each and every students what they are doing and how they are doing as and what's the progress also. So that is how we're going to be taking the sessions at the Nikhil Analytics as well. So only 15 students maximum in a one class will be there. Now let's go back to the our presentations. Okay, I hope you're able to see my screen now. Moving forward, the next year is what a skill set is required to learn the things. I understand learning is easy. How Nikhil is be teaching to me, I understand that as well. What I have to learn, I understand. What tools I have to learn, I understand. But to join the training programs, to make the careers as an analyst or a data scientist, what a skill set I have to be having. Okay, so it does not need a strong skill set as well. Just we need three skill set from you. First skill set that is needed is good analytical skill. That means you should be good with the maths. Maths does not mean that you have to go for integrations or differentiations. Just class 1 to class 10 maths is enough, or you should be knowing the four mathematical operations plus minus into divisions. If you understand this one, how to use it, when to use what tools, methods and all, that is enough for the you to learn the things and all. Second here is basic computer knowledge. If you know how to operate on the computers, how to make it on, off, save the files, open the files, making an entry in the files, that is enough because all the tools, all the techniques will be taught to you from zero levels. And the third and the most important here, your interest level. How strongly you are interested to make a career in the analytics domain. Reasons will going to force you to learn the things and practically doing all the tasks as well. 3 hours every day that you have to practice as well, and that need a strong interest. Without your strong interest, our teams cannot help you. We cannot help you to do the task as well. So it's very, very important that you need to have a strong interest to make a career in the analytics domain. Okay. So how many hours? 3 hours per day that you have to spend. Classes will be 1 hour, 30 minutes will be there either in the morning or in the evening. But practically we have to do all this task because of the assignment and all that required some practice timings and all, self-study timings. Now, some questions which I like to ask from your end. Might be not able to ask the questions, so I'm asking the questions from your end as well. To learn the analytics, do we have to write long program codes? So answer for this here is no. You do not have to write programs to learn analytics. But yes, 10 lines of program is needed, which is quite easy to learn it as well. Python is also called as a beginner language. Those who not done any kind of a coding, they can also learn the Pythons. The reason it will have a very small syntax that we follows, very few rules that we have to follow that as well. Okay, so it's quite easy to learn the Pythons. Another very questions that comes on your behalf, I'm asking these questions. Do we need to know statistics? So answer here is yes. A statistics is core of analytics. In a decision-making procedures or methods, a statistics play a very, very vital role. Without a statistics, you cannot make decisions. So we need to learn the statistics. So in that statistics, what we have to learn? From basics to advanced level of statistics will be taught to you mathematically by Python's formulas and in the business cases, how this statistics will be helping in making the decisions. Do you know one small statistical calculations make geo as number one in the telecom industries? Yes, it is true. One small statistical calculations. What is that? Geo has done a small calculations, average times spent by the peoples on the data on internet and average time spent by the peoples on the calls. Which is higher, on internet timings or the calls timings? So they find that the calls timings is much lesser compared to the your internet timings. Internet timings they have the more they are spending the times now. Earlier, before Jio has came in the telecom industries, each and every telecom service providers they charge 1 second per minutes or say 1 paisa per minute. Sorry, 1 paisa per second cost they're charging to us. That means every company they're charging us on a call basis, which is very less for the companies. When the Geo has came, they say your calls are free. No charges for the calls. Even today also if you see, no charges for the calls, all the calls are free. But what they're doing here, they're charging on the data consumptions. How much data that you're going to consume, that is they are billing you, they're charging you actually. This has changed the entire your telecom industry's domain as well. At present, Reliance Jio is leading the markets and has become the market leaders by more than 50% market share. And your Airtel, which is market leader at one time and rule the Indian market for the last 10 years, becomes market challenger. All this happens because of the analytics which the company is using that. So analytics as of now is not an option for the company to use or not to use. It becomes a mandatory to use them. In case you does not use it, you will lose your market, you will lose your customers, and one times you will not able to generate a revenue also. You can see the status what is happening with the Vodafone and Geo, sorry, Vodafone and Idea or the BSNL. They are struggling to make a revenue. Even they can give the offers and all, but what happens? Customers is gone. Once the customer gone, it was difficult to get the customer trust again. So if you are in the business, then analytics you have to use compulsory. And that's the reasons every organizations they're looking for a peoples with a strong skill of analytics because that helping them to compete with their competitors, make them ready for the futures as well as solving the current business challenge as well. So analytics is very, very important for everyone and it has huge demand in the industries. Degree is not important, a skill is important. Even the person with the ear caps, fresher, or a different backgrounds of the skill set they're having, if they learn these skills and they can perform the task for the companies, contributing in the strategy making, contributing in the fighting with the competitions, developing a competitive advantage and winning the customer satisfactions, that is the what company be looking at you. Okay. Now the questions come here, how Nikhil will be helping us. So Nikhil will be helping you in the training. We provide online trainings to the individuals, to the corporate, to the institutions as well. We have our own consulting divisions which will be helping organizations to perform analytics on their own data as well. Even we have our own research magazines, analytics magazines with the name Data Analytics Age, where you can find all our research documents there also. We have a very strong team of placement which will be helping our candidate to get the jobs. Each and every student is getting job from analytics because of the right training models that we having, a right process of placement that we are having. So how we help the candidate in the getting the jobs, we'll discuss these steps as well. But the questions come here is what courses we going to opt for? Data analytics power pack or data science modeling and machine learning. So to select the course, I'll give you a thumb rule to select it here. Thumb rule here is in case you have 0 year of experience or an year gaps or you have it below 3 years of experience. All these peoples they can opt for the data analytics power pack. But if you're coming with a tier 1 college like IIT, NIT and all, you can opt directly data science modeling and machine learning as well. Okay, there's no problems in opting the data science as well. Only thing that you have to study more. But those who are coming with the 5 year experience, 7 years experience, 10 year experience and all, they must opt for data science modeling and machine learning power pack because you need to make your organization's future ready. And for that case, data science going to be a only tools which help you. So year gap phrases below 3 years people and all, data science power pack. Otherwise, you can go for data science modeling and machine learning power pack. These are thumb rules which you can follow while selecting the right course for you. Okay, what tools we will be teaching and all? We're teaching almost every tools which are used by the top companies for the analytics as well. That is Python, R, SQL, Excel, Tableau, Power BI, and even SAS also we teach as well. Okay, which courses you going to be opting based on that the your tools will be given to you. Minimum 5 tools that you have to learn in every courses. That is your Python, SQL, Excel, Tableau, and Power BI. This you have to compulsory learn it. Some of the success story because without success stories it becomes incomplete. So how you have placed the candidate, who are the candidates that are getting placed in which companies. So you can easily see on my screen here some of the success story which I'm sharing with you, like Susri Priyadasni was got selected in the bid financials. Earlier it was called as Alliance Data. It is a company who provides supports to the credit card, debit card companies and all. They have a headquarters in US, but they're operating and have branches in the India as well. This company will give you the work from home options. There do not have to go for the office. Then Kishore got placed in the Kantar, Ekta got placed in the Analytics, Person got placed in the PwC, and Sivamalu got placed in the Mia platforms, Suman in Kantar, Nikhil Janan in the Bid Finances, Shivam Tiwari got placed in the Oracle. So many organizations are there with us who are working with us and hiring from us as well. You will get ample of opportunities of interviews and your jobs as well from us. The companies which are frequently hiring from us are not coming from the one domain, but coming from the various domains as well. From finance, from the IT, from the banks, from the healthcare, and even the e-commerce and then retail, all such companies are working with us and they're hiring as well. All these organizations, they know very well for to us, and they know that the candidate which we have trained, they can work independently. They does not need any kind of a mentoring also, because they have practically done all these tasks in their training programs as well. And they are the best performing employees in the organizations. So based on that, we get lot of opportunity from the companies now. Few of the company names I have shown here as well on my screen. You can see that here. Jeta, Big Basket, Alliance, Data, Oracles, Mia Platforms, Kantar, Analytics, PwC, Genpact, Infosys, WNS, Latin View, Mu Sigma, Amazon's Flipkart. Yes, Amazon Flipkart also hiring from us, e-commerce companies. Tesco, Target are the your retail companies, retail chain they are running as well. IBM, KPMG, Standard Chartered Banks is also hiring from us, and Airtel Telecom Industry is also hiring from us as well. Healthcare companies, Fortis, IQVI also do the hiring from us on the regular basis as well. So we are in the industries from the last 12 years, and we have given a very, very good candidate to these companies, and they always like to hire from us as well. The first choices of all this company to give opportunity to the Nikhil candidate first. In case they does not perform, then only they can go for other places as well. Now it's all depend upon your performance. We make sure that you perform very well in the interviews and all. How this is possible? Because of the training that we're going to providing to you. To make sure that you perform very well, we're going to be follow these procedures. Step one, we're going to be have regular assessments, which include your module test and hurdle test. If your score below 50%, you're going to be sitting with your mentors and asking the what's the reasons of a scoring below 50%. Regular assignments will help you to practice more and more as well. As well as in every courses, you will get minimum 3 projects to do. So 5 into 3, 15 projects you have to compulsory to complete minimum. Statistics is included in the curriculums, which will help you to make proper learnings and make a decisions as well. To make sure that you have a proper job opportunities, we're going to be following these procedures. First is your training with a mentor to check your scores. Second will be the resume modifications and profile building, which is done by our teams, which can give you a direct call from the companies as well. Third will be your mock interviews. We conducting 3 levels of a mock interviews, basic, intermediate, and advanced levels, in which we going to be checking your technicals and behaviors answers as well. If required certain changes, we're going to make the changes as well. And then fourth will be the interview calls. We will be arranging the interview calls based on we have made lot of engagement, lot of relations we have built with the different companies over a 12 plus year as well. So direct interview calls will be arranged by our teams as well. Some of the interview calls are reference based as well, because the candidates which are placed are now at the higher positions also. So they will be directly hiring from us also. So you'll get a lot of opportunities. To make sure that your learning should be good and it should be quality learnings, you will getting a batch size of 10 to 15 students on an average every batches will have the 12 students only. Total durations to complete the training program is 4 to 6 month time. Under this 6 month times, you will complete your trainings and get the jobs as well. So 6 month times offer letters will be in your hands. It is promise that we can make to you. Now the most important part here is, sir, how much salary will be offered to us? So it's very good questions, and I always appreciate as well every individuals who looking for the right opportunities, but at the same time, right pay also should be given to them. So we will be offering the like doing the negotiations with the companies and make sure that we get a right salary package. For that case, the minimum salary package offered to the fresher is 4 lakhs and maximum will be your 10 lakhs, which we have get for the candidates and all. On an average, we're getting a package of 6 lakhs. 6 to 6.5 is the average package that our students will be getting and all. In case of a working professionals or having some experience and all, in that cases, your current CTC plus 40 to 60% hike will be given to you. That negotiations that will be done by our teams on your behalf as well. So no need to worry about that part. We will teach you how to do the negotiations with the HRs for the salary part also. Okay, this is how we're going to be doing the your work on your behalf and making sure that you get the right profiles, right companies, and the right pay as well. Any questions, any doubt that you have, you can ask me in the chat also, or the unmute yourself and can ask the questions also. Or else, in case not able to ask the questions right now, please take the help of a Rosni ma'am and ask Rosni ma'am to connect with me. I will be able to take your doubts on the calls as well. Okay. Any questions, any doubt that you like to ask me right now, you can ask me. In case of no questions, no doubts, we can wind up our sessions and we can talk on the calls as well if required. Yeah, Rajesh, any questions you like to ask? You can ask the question in the chat as well. Okay, I think you are outside now. But one question which you should must ask, that is, sir, how much fees going to come? Okay, normally fees and curriculums are shared by the Rosni ma'am to the each and every individuals. But I just show you the Maya screens as well, which help you to understand the fees structures as well. How much fees that you have to pay. So for the data analytics Power Pack, which you're going to be learning with the help of Python's SQL, Advanced Access, Tableau, and Power BI, the total fees is 64,040, and normally we offer 40% discount to the individuals, which is going to cost 38,424. But as a special offer for today, which I'm going to give you, is 44% discounts. These offers will be valid for the today if you are enrolling today or if you're doing a seat booking at least. And the fees which you have to pay here is 35,862 only. Okay, so these fees you can pay with the help of credit card, debit card, net banking, or even the UPI as well. Please connect with the Rosni ma'ams to understand how to make the payment or how to enroll for these courses as well. In case someone is looking for data science, modeling, and machine learnings, in that cases, they will be learning the machine learnings using the Pythons and the tools SQL, Advanced Access, Tableau, and Power BI. Power BI, you're going to be learning the DAX also for the data scientist people and all. The course fees for this is 74,800, but normal fees for the individuals with a 40% discount is 44,880. A special offers is also available for the data scientist peoples as well. That is 44% discount, and you have to make a payment of 41,888. For this payment also the options is debt banking, uh, debit card, credit cards, and UPI will be available. Please connect with the Rosni ma'am for the payment details. They will be sending the payment details, course curriculums through WhatsApp and through emails as well. Okay, so she will be helping you in understanding all the fees structures and the course curriculums. Any questions related to the course curriculums, how we take the sessions, or anything related to placement, please connect with me on a call. I will be helping you to understand this as well. Okay. So as we have no questions, so we wind up these sessions. And I like you to thank you everyone who joined these sessions and listen me. Thank you for your time and support with me. See you in the classes for the further topics.